Hey everyone and welcome back. Mr. Steve here with Mr. Kevin. Let's get moving. We have been working our mount, escape, close guard passing drill. So when Mr. Kevin mounts, we were working on controlling a limb, keeping my elbows super close to his body, trapping that same side foot, looking, driving with my hips over. He was closing his guard. So I would posture, head up high, put his lapels together to push down, keeping my head up. I turned my hips, bringing my opposite hip back, letting my hip sit, pushing on his knee, driving over. We went to side control first, double underhooks, and then we would slide to the mount. And then Mr. Kevin would go. I make sure I close my guard as we go over, ankles crossed. He postures. He goes to pass. Side control first, generally. It is possible to go right to mount, but for now we're going to go side control and back. So, right, 1 minute. And then after that, we'll go straight into our shrimping, which we were using our guard replacement, where I'm standing and I'm going to throw his feet to the side and he replaces. We'll go right into that, kind of 2 minutes straight. Ready? Echo. Play. Let's go.
Sometimes I wonder if love has a meaning. Feels like the sadness won't end. Sometimes I wonder, why do we try? We're looking for answers in every step I'm taking, closer to the edge. I'm falling, and there's nowhere to be close.
Alright, in time for the switch. 1 minute. Back to Kevin. I'm going to throw his feet to the side. Step up, feet touch, post, replacing the guard. 1 minute. We're doing this. Let's do it. Go. Thirty seconds. Hard. 10 seconds. Time. Echo. Pause. Alright, so we've been working our guard, and we're going to continue with our guard against a standing opponent. So whether it's from our closed guard or if we're just working grappling as an art by itself, where I'm playing an open guard and they're standing, we want to be able to transition to the De La Riva guard. So let's start from our closed guard. So Mr. Kevin's in my closed guard, and I want to break his posture down, but before I can do that, he stands up. And when he stands up, I realize that he has the ability to snap open my legs much easier, but I also recognize that his balance decreases at least a little bit, right? So I was working before on trying to get a hold of either the pants, which I like the best now, or grabbing the leg. And then if I could get to that second leg, I have both of his legs, I would just push on one leg to pull the other foot back and go to knock him down and get my feet inside to come up. And that's a great simple sweep, right? It's so simple, but if I can get both legs, it's really hard to stop. With that being said, it's very hard to get both legs. So he stands up, and I go for the one leg, I go for the other, but it's too far away, and my guard splits. So now, again, it's important that I keep how my closed guard was on the outside of Mr. Kevin's hips. It kept him enclosed. So to keep him enclosed now, my leg, instead of being on his hip, is going to go lower. It goes behind his knee. So I bring my left foot behind the knee, and if I could, I want the foot to actually hook on the inside of his thigh. But to do that, I need to have an angle, which you might not have initially. So just understanding where I'm trying to take the leg. My other foot goes on his hip at first, and again, to push back to kind of angle his body and keep my leg between us. Now the first sweep we're going to go over, which is the most basic, push-pull sweep. The side of the leg I'm holding, I'm going to take that foot to his hip. At the same time, my other foot goes behind either the ankle or the knee. Ankle's usually a little bit better. I'm going to push, pull, and pull. And as I feel his weight go down, I come up and take this leg to the inside. So I have both feet on the inside. So I push, pull, pull. He goes down. I bring my foot up. As I'm coming up, I'm ready to take his leg over and pass, or at the very least avoid his closed guard. His closed guard is not where I want to be. So I get over here, he stands up, boom. I go for one foot, his other foot steps back. I go right to my De La Riva guard. Again, my outside foot making it difficult from the pass to the side, and by angling his body, I'm making it difficult from the pass around to his left. And I'm not staying here. Again, if I hold his collar, what's great about De La Riva guard is my one free hand can pretty much grip anything. I mean, I can grip his sleeve, I can grip his collar, other sleeve, or nothing at all. And this sweep will still work. But I'm here, I bring my foot to the hip, other foot behind. I push, pull, pull. But as he goes down, I'm coming up and getting my feet inside so I can collect my base. Now that's from a closed guard when the person stands. We can also use this position whenever someone is standing if we're just practicing our ground grappling. In our youth classes here, every match you start from the feet, right? We always start with takedowns, but sometimes you'll find yourself in an open guard position and the other person is standing, and while standing in base and getting back up to my feet is a viable option, so is being able to reverse the person and or submit them, really. So now if I'm in my kind of butterfly guard, at least my seated guard, when Mr. Kevin is standing, you know, when I want to be able to cover distance quickly, I'll have one hand down and my other hand up. And this, position being very similar to that, the position we'll use off of our ground fighting things when I want to stand in base, right? When I want to lift and pull my weight underneath, stand up. For me, I'm being very careful. I don't want to be reaching out where someone could hyperextend my arm. I kind of bring my body with my hand and just try to get a grip, right? So if Mr. Kevin was standing up very high, I would be gripping low. But most people realize this, and so they'll be in kind of a crouch. So he's making it hard for me to grab his leg. So instead, I'm grabbing somewhere on the collar. And I'm going to pull, scoot myself in. As I scoot my hips in, I'm going to get my knees and feet up in between us. So it becomes this push, pull, I scoot in, boom, I get my feet up in between us. And again, my one foot's going to go up to the hip. It could absolutely go other places, but hip's fine. And I'll work that De La Riva hook while I get the grips that I want. So now that I have the grips, I can work any sweep. So I'm going to sweep number one. I go hip, behind, push, pull. As he comes down, I'm coming up. So it's absolutely useful from an open guard. But for the context of what we're using, actually no, we'll do it. We'll mix it up. So we'll do 1 minute where we'll do both closed guard, the person stands, and just starting with the person standing from butterfly. If you don't feel comfortable with both, you can absolutely just stick to one. But we'll mix it up for the first minute. And then for the second minute, we're going to do positional sparring, but we'll only do it from closed guard. So the person will start in closed guard. Again, for positional sparring, the person on bottom is trying to either sweep, submit, stand in base. Person on top could stand up or not, but they're trying to pass or control. So 1 minute, just a push-pull sweep, and then we'll do a 1 minute position. Okay. Let's go. We're starting with close guard. We'll go all. All right. 1 minute. My close guard is going to stand. Echo. Play. First minute, no resistance. Let's go. 90 seconds. Alright, so now we're going to do positional sparring. Just 1 minute. From the closed guard. Keep it safe. Tap if anything hurts. Check up every time. For the tap of the path, push the bottom sweeps. Anything you want. Let's go. That's a 30. And time. Echo! Echo! Pause. So, as you saw when you do the positional sparring, you really can do any technique you want. Mr. Kevin and I are just working some slightly more advanced techniques we will absolutely cover in a later class. We hope everyone's having fun, and really we can't wait for this thing to be done just like you guys. With that being said, let's stand straight. And a sign of respect.